Today we have one of my all-time favorite cards of Urabrask. Not like the cringe other ones, the one that just grants haste, or the other one that everyone forgot about because New Capenna didn't know. I mean, it existed. It happened. It was real. Anyway, 4 mana 4/4 with first strike, and whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, deals 1 damage to target opponent, and adds a red to your mana pool. You can pay red to flip it over, but only if you've cast 3 or more instant or sorcery spells this turn. And then you deal 3 damage to everything except planeswalkers. Create 3 treasure tokens, and then on the last chapter, you get to cast everything from your graveyard again. A recipe for a 2 to 3 turn insta-kill. Regardless, this little Flip Phyrexian got almost no play when it came out. The only one of the Flip Phyrexians that did was Vorinclex, and that was only a little bit of time during Standard. So the whole idea of the deck is basically to take Urabrask and put him where Murktide usually sits in an Isn't Murktide shell. So that includes stuff like Brainstorm, Lightning Bolt, Counterspell, your boy himself, Treasure Cruise. He's not banned on Timeless, even though he totally should be. And as opposed to Murktide, where you want to be running stuff like DRC, Unholy Heat, Mishra's Bauble, we're planning more with the more direct damage approach. Murktide is able to usually win because you get so much value off of your random Treasure Cruises, Brainstorms, all that, and then you just exile all of them to make Murktide like an 8/8. With this one, what we're looking for is the direct damage route, so we'll use Lightning Bolt and Play with Fire to deal a bunch of direct damage, doing upwards of 10 to 15 on a given turn before flipping Urabrask himself. And in Timeless, for those of you who don't play it often, there are a lot of fetch lands, and people's favorite thing to do is fetch Shock. So 15 damage on a turn is usually about a 1-turn kill. Not always, but usually. Creature-wise, we're playing the usual Ragavan, Snapcaster Mage, super easy in a Murktide shell. We're also running Ledger Shredder. Ledger Shredder says whenever a player casts their second spell each turn, he connives, which is you draw a card, discard a card, and if it was a non-land, you put a +1/+1 counter on it. Mainly because of how many spells we cast, Ledger Shredder can get really big really fast and help with the insta-kill effect. So essentially the goal of the deck is to win by getting Urabrask to stick for a turn. We're running tons of counter spells, mana drains. We're protecting them no matter what. We're even running Spell Pierces in the deck because why not? In the sideboard, we're running a ton of miscasts because of specifically because of Jeskai control, Dimir control, mono black mid range, all of these ones that are running tons of kill spells. And God knows Urabrask has no actual protection in Timeless. By the way, the whole idea of the deck is getting to stick for a turn and then do massive damage through casting a Lightning Bolt. It adds 1 red mana back. Lightning Bolt number 2, it was basically free because we got the first red mana from the first one. Play with Fire. We basically are going to burn them out, draw a bunch of cards, flip them over, usually doing anywhere between, I think the lowest I ever did was like 12 to 15. Either way, you just rinse and repeat on the 3rd turn. You zap them until you stop breathing. Until they stop breathing. Let's hop right in. Let's get them. Play first. Well, can't complain about a monkey on turn 1. Oh, going down to 6? What even are these? Are these... I guess they're just whatever the heck that is. Well, no one ever asked for it, but here it is. A monkey on turn 1. And then I think I'd probably just play Otwara and hold up Spell Pierce and Play with Fire. It's going to start off with a snow-covered island and a... It's another affinity deck, isn't it? Ain't that just the wildest thing? Well, I'm still going to punch him in the face with a monkey. Oh, he's going Karn? Kinda cringe. Kinda cringe. It is low-key crazy how I'm getting away with just punching him in the face with a monkey for a few turns. I'll go ahead and play the Demolition Field and just... turn the card sideways. It's... Okay, that's 2 out of 4 cards down. I'm saying 4 because there's no way he doesn't have 4. Let's see. What you got, friendo? Let's see. Ugin's Labyrinth. He doesn't have anything to exile underneath it. Come on, you got this, King. It's another Moonsnare prototype. In all honesty, I don't care enough about it to counterspell it. That is something that is worth counterspelling, but I currently can't. As Spell Pierce is non-creature. That's a little awkward. So what I am going to do, though, is I will go ahead and do this. And I will go grab a island. And I will use it to blow up the Spire of Industry. In all honesty, in this situation, Ugin's Labyrinth isn't nearly as scary considering he didn't throw anything underneath it. Let's see. So basically, when it attacks or dies, he gets to go find another land. Which is annoying, but not the absolute worst. So I do that. Play you, and I think I'm just going to head up the Urabrask. Urabrask, if he tries to kill spell it, I end his life. That's what I'm thinking, at least. He currently has available to him 1, 2, 3. This has to tap an artifact, so 4 mana. Really? He's going to attack with it? I guess he does get to go find 2 Urza lands with it. I think I will kill it, though. It does first strike. There's no reason not to. He does get to go find another Urza's land, which is rough. But those still don't get turned on for 2 more turns. That is something worth counterspelling. Counterspell ya boy. I get a red mana. And I zap him for 1. These are the matchups I like, see? Where... Oh, wait, he did have enough? Oh, I'm a little goofy. That's fine, whatever. He gets to scry 2. I'm not sure if it matters, though. I guess it kind of really hardcore depends on what I get from the monkey and what I draw. Because it's instant or sorceries only, and it didn't matter. So I'm going to go ahead and full swing him, because I think he's dead here. Going down to 9 from the swing. 6, 7, 8. Yeah, he's definitely dead. He's down to 6. I'll take a mana drain. Brainstorm. Zap him again. Draw, draw, draw. Oof. Put both these to the bottom. Whatever. Lightning bolt the face. Gaudy. And I... Watch. I'm gonna do this. Zap him for 1. Got him. GG's. That's the combo. He was at like, what? I think 15 health from the first swing. Anyway. He's obviously playing... oh my goodness, what's it called? He's obviously playing Affinity. So against Affinity, there's a few takeouts. I don't want to take out more than 1 play with fire. Yeah, see, this is the hard part. I think I drop both Considers as well, and a Ledger Shredder and a Expressive Iteration. It seems a little weird, but I think we need all of the Brotherhood's End, because they can just legitimately get an insta-quit off the bat with that. You know what I'm saying? There we go. And we're back. Got a decent enough hand. Nothing I'm, you know, a little land heavy, but we have Brainstorm, Mana Drain. We got the literal only combo piece. Technically, there's a few combo pieces. There's a few ways to win the game, but who cares? A win's a win, you know? And then he is going to go ahead and play the Moonsnare Protoss. No way he kept a 1 land. Really? No way. My... Oh, bro. A quick prayer for my mans. Okay, he did get a land. He did get a land. Not sure if it matters, but he got a land. I'll go ahead and put you and... Wow, this is not great. I'm going to go ahead and put both lands to the bottom like that. I will go ahead and enters tap to this one. Yeah, I've been pulling a lot of lands. This isn't my problem with keeping high land hands. Even though I have the statistical average, I don't actually. This game doesn't like me very much. But I like it, and I really appreciate Magic for what Magic is. A little drum, totally cool with that. A demolition field, I think I'll play that guy right now. End the turn. Next turn, I will play Urabrask because I can keep up Mana Drain backup. Urza's Drone. Funny enough, I think I let that survive, considering I can kind of just low-key do this and play a Urabrask. And then I think on the next turn I can get him with it, assuming I draw a spell. That's the problem with this deck. A lot of the times I just have to look at it and go, assuming I draw a spell. Which is really quite unfortunate. Maybe this was the wrong play, but he was going to get a land anyway, so it's totally fine. So he's getting 2 out of the 3 Urza lands guaranteed here. He gets to play a land for turn, which is something he wanted, but I am very far ahead. And the reason you play Affinity is because of how far ahead in lands you can get. And in all honesty, it's not as scary when you just don't have it. So I'll start with that. Mana Drain the Solemn Simulacrum. And here comes a non-land. Maybe it draws me some cards. Or maybe it just lets me blast the guy for a crap ton of damage. Who knows? I'm going to start by punching him in the face for 4. I guess I probably should have done the Demolition Field. I can do that next turn. Anyway. I want to see how fast he quits the second I Brotherhood's End. Brainstorm, I think I'll keep because I could be able to do it again later. Ya boy. Taking it down to 8. I will use those to go ahead and Demolition Field the Urza's Mine. I know I get rid of the Brainstorm, but after thinking about it for 2 seconds, I decided it probably was not worth it. I had to go search, grab my last island out of the deck. And then I think it is worth it to cut down his mana a bunch more. Ping him down to 7. Then ping him down to 4. That's what I'm saying. When you get it, you get it. It took him down from, I think he was at 19th health down to 4. With 1 creature. The rest is all interaction. When you hit it so good. Let's see what the bro does. I will say, I do respect going for, like, the whole, like, Urza Tron vibe. In all honesty, I don't actually care too much about the One Ring on this turn. This turn will be almost exclusively set up anyway, so I'll go ahead and expressly iterate. This to my hand. This back in the deck, and this to my exile. Play it. Ledger Shredder. A pass to you. He's down to 3, so he's going to have to find some way to survive. Because he is dead currently on board in 3 turns guaranteed. Simulacrum Synthesizer. I always want to call it the Solemn Simulacrum, because I'm so much more used to seeing the sad robot in Commander than this silly, goofy little orb guy. So he scries 2, both to the bottom. But if he just passes, I think he loses. Yeah, he knows it. He knows it. He knows it. Good games, Caleb. Let's take a peek at what you're playing. Oh, he has a Jingotha. Now, I'm going first, and I hear what you're all saying. But this is double Ledger Shredder. Kind of, you know, it's kind of it. If it wasn't a top land, I'd keep it. If it wasn't a top land, I'd keep it. Okay, this is debatably much better anyway, so I'll keep 6, drop a Snapcaster. Mount it into Monkey. It's kind of crazy how with MH3, a lot of people are a lot less scared of the Monkey now. Like, a surprising number. Oh, I was like, 0, man. What are you going to show us at this point? I was thinking the Eldrazi one. Okay, he's playing Giant Tribal. He's got the Delighted Halfling. It is quite delighted. Hopefully I can stop that delight with it. Nope, I can't. Well then, play you into fling myself at the Monkey and hope to goodness gracious that he either blocks with it or I pull something off of his top to kill him with it. Monkey into... Actually, not an atrocious card. Yeah, why not? I'll go ahead and exile his stuff for him. I'm going to go in Deathrite Shaman. I'm actually going to go ahead and drop the Brainstorm. I can expressively iterate next turn, which is debatably better because I don't have a polluted delta or anything inside my hand. You are more than welcome to see what I'm going to draw. Uro will set him back up to the top, and I think it'll make it uncounterable, but in all honesty, that doesn't matter at the moment, seeing as I don't have a way to counter it. He plays a forest, and he did. Oh, he's going strict Proctor. Is he playing Lotus Bloom? 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 Crazy. Drop the island I was gonna pull. Let's see. Okay. Let me decide what to do here. I think we expressively iterate. The problem is because I have... So let's see. Steam Vins. Oh, goodness gracious. That's a little hard. I'm going to play Draw you, put you to the bottom, you into exile. And I will begin by paying 2 life. I can get currently 2 mana by exiling the island. That guy. I'll start with this. Let's see if I can't find myself a... Well, I mean, that exactly, in all honesty. Draw 3. Put 3 back. It could be both play with fires. I can draw them in a second anyway. I will then exile an island to go ahead and create a red and bolt the strict Proctor. Preferably, I would have done this in response to Lotus Bloom, but I don't think I would have had a chance to actually do anything with that. So I'll swing it with both. The nice part is because I have the Deathrite Shaman, he might be thinking, like, yeah, it's probably worth to do it there. Just because I won't be able to use the green effect to exile the Uro when it comes time to do that. You can see the... Yeah, I don't care if you can see the play with fire. He'll probably Uro. Try to get the Lotus Bloom out that way. Uro into... He gets to play another land for turn. Oh, I thought it was going to be the Lotus Bloom. Is he playing something other than... Oh, wait, no, because that would just allow him to have the Uro as well. I didn't think of that. Okay, I gotta discard something? Probably the play with fire. Seems a little greedy, but at the same time, like... I would rather have the extra land, and... I'll go ahead and exile everything. I can get his lands from the graveyard once he cracks that. So I'll do this. Draw 3. That is... I'm gonna be real. That was probably one of the worst ones I've ever seen in my life. But we're not going to talk about it. Down to 11. He does have the mana to reanimate it off the bat. I think, right? Because blue, green... No, he needs another blue. Although he can probably get it with the Wooded Foothills and grabbing like a tapped breeding pool or something. The thing is, it depends on what I draw given. I need a land. No, I don't think there's any way for me to legitimately go off next turn. Maybe, but I seriously doubt it. He went and grabbed the Overgrown too. He was not thinking about that. He has another Uro. See, this is why I put that Surgical Extraction in the sideboard. Because of decks like this Reanimator, you'd be surprised by how many decks in Timeless just run so many of these. I probably should run more Surgical Extractions in the sideboard, but, you know, for right now, who cares? Go to my turn. Alright, that's decent enough, I suppose. I'll go ahead and play an Urabrask, as that is probably one of the best ways to deal with an oncoming Uro. And at the moment, I think I'll just punch him for 3. He might have an Orcish Bowmasters, because I think he's playing everything but red, basically. An extra 1 won't change anything, so I'd rather have it up in case I need to exile a land and then float a red. He's going to go grab a hollowed fountain. He's down to 9, so my guess is he's probably going to go ahead and use one of these Uros. Which would be annoying, but honestly completely understandable. Yep, here comes one of the Uros. He's going to exile the other Uro for it? Okay, kind of based. He didn't do the land, which I'm kind of low-key super surprised he didn't. The big thing is I might... Depends on what I draw. And I've said that so many times in this video. But it really does depend on what I draw. I don't need another Urabrask at this point. Admittedly, I think I still got him here. Actually, yeah, I think I got him. Watch this, boys. Starting us off, Lightning Bolt, Uro. Ping one to the face. You there. Play with fire. This guy. The Ledger Shredder will let me connive. I'll drop the regular counterspell. And definitely toss that Urabrask to the bottom. Snapcaster Mage. Go grab the other Lightning Bolt. Zap his face. That gets me to 3. Kill everything on board and slaughter him with... I'm gonna kill him with... Oh, come on, bro. You couldn't... What a coward. Turn I was gonna win too? What a giga nerd. Anyway, Surgical Extraction in. Strict Serenade in. Anything else I really care about? No, and I think we dropped both Spell Pierces, as I don't think he's playing enough to make it legitimately matter. Yeah, not a lot to change. This is a pretty easy, not an easy matchup per se, but like I don't have a crap ton of sideboard cards that can really hardcore help out. Maybe a little bit more on the counterspelling, but counterspelling instants or sorceries won't matter too much, and then against the deck where it's so many lands, who cares? Play with fire is neat, but no, I think I should keep it. He is going first, which is a little scary, but the reason I think it's probably better to keep it anyway, the reason I'm a little scared is that neither of these will kill the Strict Proctors, but they will kill whatever is 2 mana, or whatever is 1 mana, like Delighted Halfling, the other... I was going to shoot him with a Deathrite Shaman. Sorry, it took me a second. What is he going to grab? Fatal Push? Fatal Push would work. No, it's just an island. Oh, brainstorming time. Let's see you go. Cracks the Windswept Heath. I just realized he's playing Khans of Tarkir lands. Kinda based. I know there's a whole bunch of like really flashy ones that you can get on MTG Arena, but I like the more classic vibe. Alright, so there's that Strict Proctor I was telling you about. Now I might be able to get away with a bit of a sneaky play, so I'm not going to play a land just yet. If he blocks with it, I can play with fire the Strict Proctor, so that way he can't just get the super easy dub on with the Uro. I do leave up the Brainstorm for a specific reason. Another Strict Proctor. That's ref. Alright, let's see if I can't find an answer for it. Brainstorm. Urabrask for sure, and probably the other Brainstorm. In all honesty, it's not like I can shuffle any of it away right now anyway. What I think I'm gonna have to do... Play... No, not yet. I'm gonna go and play Otawara. The reason why is because I want to play this on the red side for Urabrask on a future turn, but I want the blue mana for this turn. So it might be a little risky to not do it with the whole bounce effect thing, but I think I have to do it considering I can't kill the Strict Proctor. So I'm basically just going to hold up Mana Drain for whatever he's going to play. And then hopefully, if it's an Uro, I'll just counterspell it and play Urabrask on the turn right after. So far, nothing. You can punch me for 1. I really could not care less about that. Let's see what you got. Hushbringer. Creatures entering or dying don't cause abilities to trigger. Brainstorm. This is a hard one. This is a hard... Okay. That makes my decision so much easier, though. I'm going to go ahead and do it like this. Because Hushbringer just so happens to be a 1-2. Put that to the graveyard. I technically wanted the mountain more than this, but it doesn't actually change anything. So he does that. Then we go to my turn. I can play you. Yeah. Yeah. Risky, but I think we got him. I think we got this. Does he have something for it? That would be so unfortunate. Okay, he doesn't so far. He does! No! And then he's going to be able to Uro. Hit me down to... Oh, he's going to Oko instead. Oko starts at 4, so I'm probably going to... He's got that. He's going to get that. Does he not have an Uro? Let me think here. So I'm probably going to do double bolt. It's a little risky, but I don't think I can let Oko run wild. So double bolt here. And then pass. 2 damage per turn is not that bad. And if he tries to Uro, I'll counterspell it into Surgical Extraction. If he doesn't Oko again, this might have been the wrong play. Technically, the right play would have been to do that, but that's only if he has another Oko, and Uro has a lot better, like, reproducibility, because you can cast him again from the graveyard. So taking 2, who cares? He's going to put Jengatha into his hand. I think I'll pass. Snapcaster Mage. That's a pretty good draw. Right now, 2 damage each turn. It's such a long clock. I got time. If he plays Jengatha, I'm probably going to counterspell that, which might... The problem is that he can generate so much mana with it. It's still a 5/5. Play him, draw you. It's not a land, but unfortunate. Can't do much about that. Next turn, I think I will play with Fire the Hushbringer. Once upon a time, you can have that. He's going to grab a Deathrite Shaman. Actually, I'd rather the Deathrite Shaman dies. He is gaining life slowly, but at the current moment, I don't really care. I'll go ahead and do this. If he has a counterspell, that would be super... Counter target instant or sorcery spell, and then he gets to look through everything? Yikes. Do I have anything for that? No. Number of cards with the same name? Yikes. He has to go find both mana drains. I guess I'll play with Fire the Hushbringer. The rest resolves. He has to pay 2 for each of them. So Seiju into Deathrite Shaman. Yikes, he might have gotten me on this one. I'm going to go down to 14. And let me think here. Urabrask pass. He only has Jengatha in hand, so the right draw can save me. Well, I guess he has Jengatha and whatever the heck he just drew. What are the chances it's another Swords to Plowshares? Teferi. Yikes. That was not what I wanted to see there. Okay. Okay, I see you, I see you. Yeah, that's a giga yikes. Giga yikes. Going down to 7. Possible 8-9 from... Yeah, not possible. Very easy 8-9. I might have gotten too greedy. I need the Uro dead, but the fact that he had a Test of Talents is so rough. He's also playing Planeswalkers. Maybe it is worth playing Spell Pierces in the... Yikes, not what I needed to see there. I guess I gotta redo Urabrask and hope that Because let me think. Does he have another one? Okay, yeah, GG's. GG's. On to sideboarding. Counterspelling this guy, especially on those planeswalkers. Low-key, super unfortunate. He top decked what he needed for each of those, but can't do much about that, sadly. Keep this 7. Double Ledger Shredder, and against this kind of guy isn't atrocious. Don't get me wrong, it's not perfect, but I'm not upset by playing it either. Because I can do... That's fine. I'll probably Brainstorm to just set myself up for turn 3. So I'll do Ledger Shredder into a Consider or another Brainstorm or just some other 1-mana option. I'm going to start with that into a Mishra's Bauble. I will go to my turn. Brainstorm. That's pretty damn good. So I think I'm going to drop you and... No, I'm going to drop you and you for it. No. You and the Treasure Cruise. Specifically because it's going to take me forever to draw that Treasure Cruise anyway. I'm going to go ahead and play a red land just cuz, and then play Ledger Shredder. I don't think he'll have anything to be able to do until the turn after this next one anyway. 2 is not, because that's how much the Strict Proctor is, and I'd rather just counterspell Uro at this point. It's kind of unfortunate because he'll also have a counterspell probably, but hopefully by that time I'll be able to kill the Strict Proctor. He is going to probably land into... I think it's either probably another Delighted Halfling, probably a Strict Proctor or Hushbringer. Yep. There we go. Play you. Play the other Ledger Shredder and hold up Spell Pierce and Strict Serenade. There's no reason to attack. I'm not going to do anything. So whatever he does, I'm going to do my best to counterspell it. He's going to play the Wooded Foothills. Crack to go fetch. Temple Guard. I thought that was... No, Hallowed Fountain's the other one. That's the reason we do it, boys. Here comes Spell Pierce. That ain't resolving anytime soon. Lightning Bolt is definitely a card we wanted to see. So I'll go ahead and start the swinging. No reason not to swing in. Hit you down to 13. You can punch with the Strict Proctor, I don't care. He plays that guy. He will Teferi, #1 hater right there. Strict Serenade that. No, wait, does he have a... No, because that won't help. Spell Snare won't help. Miscast will help. Oh. Oh, Veil of Summer. #1 hater right here. Let's see what we pull. A land? No, I'll just go ahead and get to... That's actually not terrible. Which Teferi is this again? It's the cringe one. Brainstorm. Veil of Summer, but I'm going to go ahead and shoot the Strict Proctor in response. Play with fire, and... Gosh, I know I just said it, but he's all out of mana. I can probably drop the Pithing Needle. Draw your card. Strict Serenade. He still gets the bird? Really? Really? He still gets the bird? Counter target artifact, creature, or planeswalker spell. But it didn't. Oh, damn. That's rough. I do have 7, right? 8. Perfect. So I'll go ahead and Strict Serenade into a Treasure Cruise. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of everything except for Spell Pierce, I think. There we go. I can drop probably one of the 2 Expressive Iterations pretty easily. Expressive Iteration and Polluted Delta. I'll draw it at a land. Yeah, I'm fine. Play you and pass. I will attack to kill Teferi if you let me. Yeah, he's just going to sacrifice the bird, which makes sense. Oh, he's not? He's just going to let Teferi die? That probably means he has another Teferi, doesn't he? This Giga Nerd definitely has another Teferi in hand if he's not willing to let it, you know, go off. Okay, okay. He might still have it, because that was a lot of considering. Like, a lot of, like... Oh, I really hope he doesn't have another Teferi. Because I definitely have no chance of stopping that one. Okay, Delighted Halfling. Hushbringer. I gotta do my little tricks. My little Ledger Shredder things. You know, Swords to Plowshares, one of them in response. So I'm going up to 22. So the first one is the one that left the battlefield. Perfect, because I don't want that. I will accept that one and drop the Brainstorm. Expressive Iteration, I think, is better in this specific instance. And I will go ahead and fetch. I'll go grab the Thundering Falls. Probably, technically, I should have done that before I did the Conniving, but hey, whatever, it's fine. Surgical Extraction, say less. I'm gonna boop this guy. Swinging for 3 against ya boy here, ya guy. I'm gonna go ahead and... Actually, can I go back? I cannot. I will... Enters tapped and pass, I guess. I'll hold up the Lightning Bolt for in case they do try to do Hushbringer into Uro. Brainstorm. If he's going to do it, he's going to have to do it now, I think. But what I'm hoping to be able to do is a Lightning Bolt. I was going to say Strict Proctor. But... Drop a Consider. Come on, do the Uro. Please? That's not an Uro. Alright, I'm still going to go ahead and bolt the Hushbringer. You go to that. He's probably going to bounce the Ledger Shredder. Given it's what I would do, so I understand. But I'm still upset about it. He's going to punch me down to 20. I draw that. Ledger Shredder into... Expressively, I'm going to expressively iterate. Drop the mountain, because I don't care. That's rough, buddy. Spell Pierce, Ledger Shredder, Brainstorm. Brainstorm, I'll probably draw a land, and I'll... Oh, gosh, that hurts. 12 in there? Gosh, this is hard. Need it up just in case. Urabrask, which is so annoying, because that's the reason I made the video. Urabrask, and I think the Snapcaster Mage, like that, play the Polluted Delta, and pass. I'm not sure why I'm so... I just realized there's not really a point to me worrying about it, all things considered. He's going to put Jingotha into his hands. He's going to play a Deathrite Shaman. He's going to +1. I don't think he can cast. He has 1, 2, 3, 4. Needs 5, right? Yeah, we're fine. We're fine. So, first things first. Go to my turn. And I think... I do have what I have in here, right? Treasure Cruise. Yeah, that's what I want. I'm going to go ahead and... Actually, no, I don't think I do want the Treasure Cruise now that I'm thinking about it. Snapcaster Mage. Grab the Play with Fire. Play with Fire will shoot the Delighted Halfling, which will buff up the Ledger Shredder. Ledger Shredder, I'll draw, probably discard the Spell Pierce. Go up to 2, kill that, and go to my turn and kill your boy here. Okay. We're in a really good spot here, boys. We're in a really good spot. Once upon a time, let's him go fetch something. Another Hushbringer, so be it. I'm definitely not counterspelling that. I gotta do my little conniving business. In all honesty, no, I think I have to keep it. Less because I need it still, and more so I can trigger the Urabrask if I need to. let's see. He's going to pass there, and I am going to activate the ability so I can go and grab probably just a tap Steam Fence, in all honesty. Pass to myself. Another Treasure Cruise. Can I kill off that? I don't know, but I'm going to try. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start by doing this. Okay, so he's going down to 8, but the Hushbringer is going to die. Let me think. So, Urabrask, draw 3, he's down to 8. 9. And I get rid of... Probably I'll get rid of Teferi. It really depends on what I draw. So chances are I'll be fine. So I'm going to start with Urabrask. I either kill or I think I'll be set up for the turn after. So I think I am going to try it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, like that. I have a 0% chance of ever going to grab those again. I get a Connive and draw 3 and deal 1 and get an extra red. So I think I'll be fine. I think I'll be fine. No way! Wait, hold up. Is he dead, though? No. No, he isn't. Blast ya. Take you down to 4. Down to... No, wait, this is death. This is death. I take care of... I get rid of Teferi. Because, gosh, do I hate that card. Really? He only runs 2 in the deck. Dang. And he got both of them. Well, that gets rid of both. And ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Kachanga, Kachunga. Eat crap. Did the deck itself actually work? It worked pretty well. Its constant use of counter magic and removal were a huge plus against the majority of decks in Timeless, because a lot of decks are either really, really fast-paced, with not a lot of, like, plan for, like, who cares about the endgame? They're gonna win anyway. Think, like, Show and Tell or Mono Red Rushdown. And against the more grindy mid-range decks, like, Giants, where you're using Uro and Flage, or even Affinity, it just wasn't able to use its combo pieces to its full effect because of the counter and removal magic. However, there were 2 decks in particular that really stood against Urabrask, and it's such a big difference. I mean, it's like a B-tier card versus a super S-tier card. And those 2 ones are, of course, Dimir Control, specifically because of this guy, Orcish Bowmasters. God, I hate him. I didn't get to play a crap ton against Dimir Control, just because the few games I had were usually really grindy and boring, because all it was 5 turns of me sitting there with Counterspell and they were sitting there with Counterspells. But because of the way they built their deck as opposed to mine, they could get a lot more value off of it. I, sadly, as a Izzet deck, could not run Orcish Bowmasters. So with Orcish Bowmasters as a constant threat, always dealing upwards of like 3 damage on most turns, or I would just have to choose not to draw cards anymore, which seemed it was the only valid option. But the problem is that it just doesn't work, because the opponent is drawing just as many cards as you are. Mix that, I mean, obviously you can shoot Orcish Bowmasters, but with the amount of extra card draw they have, mixed with you usually want to save your burn stuff for when you're doing your giant Urabrask combo, it just would always lead to really awkward situations where the burn wouldn't work because of counter magic, or you wouldn't have burn because you tried a Urabrask combo and Orcish Bowmasters is great. It just usually led to a bad outcome. The second deck, and much worse one for me, was Jeskai Control. And let me say, it had similar reasons as to why it was so broken. Counter magic is a huge problem mixed with really, really strong removal. Wrath of the Skies as a board wipe is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. And Flage itself doesn't look like it would be that good, but of all my creatures, Ragavan, Snapcaster Mage, everything except for Urabrask just happens to get sniped by Flage. And mix that with the gain 3 life, and again, Wrath of the Skies, 2 mana board wipe is crazy. Like, they legitimately could just destroy everything for so little. But either way, Urabrask was able to bring down those combo-centric decks like Show and Tell, all of that jazz, but it just can't beat its control veterans in Dimir control and Jeskai control. And sadly, I think that means Urabrask is not fit to be in Timeless. I think, if built correctly, he could be really good in Standard, where Wrath of the Skies and Flage aren't, Orcish Bowmasters isn't constant threat. The problem is that you don't have stuff like Lightning Bolt, Brainstorm. You don't have nearly as many like pluses involved with them. Part of the reason that deck worked constantly was because Treasure Cruise, Brainstorm, hell, I even threw a few Considers. Those aren't Standard. But the card draw in Timeless is just significantly better than it is in Standard. Either way, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.